Welcome to a video just to show you our new place in Brentwood Bay. For most of you, you'll be watching from Toronto, so as you know, it's over near Victoria. Here's a quick shot. You can see Victoria in the bottom of the screen, and that A represents Brentwood Bay. A little bit closer shot, you can see where we used to live, or where we currently live. And that moving hand is the new house, so you can see it's a few hundred feet from the water, and the second building there is the studio. So as most of you will know, it's near the Brentwood Bay Ferry, which means we can just quickly cut over to the Mill Bay Ferry when we're heading up island, which would be nice. Here's a shot from the top of the driveway. It's probably about 100 feet as you go down that driveway, and it descends probably maybe 10-15 feet down from top to bottom. You can see the hot tub over the carport, and that's the east-facing deck. And as it comes around here, you're going to see some concrete forms that make up the garden, but they also make up a few little small koi ponds that run under the stairs, which you'll see another shot of shortly. Lots of bushes to provide privacy, and then here's the front door, and those plants you see are actually growing in the koi ponds out front. This is the back, so it's the north side of the building, and now we're looking at the driveway again, and I think you can see the concrete forms quite a bit better here. So we might cover those up with something a little bit more appealing to look at, but it's pretty cool to have a running fountain at the front door and living fish and plants right there for us to see every day. The owners were telling us that when they moved in here, they actually didn't use the koi ponds at first, and when they cleaned them out several years later, they found these koi that are living there still in there. So these koi fish are up to 10 years old and have been living there longer than the current owners, which is kind of a funny story. This is inside, so we're standing in the dining room. You can see it's a split level. That's the sort of the family room and living room up top there. That stone fireplace has a real piece of driftwood built into the rockwork, which is kind of cool. And these boards here that have carvings are done by a famous artist called Harry Hine, or Harry Heine. I'm not sure. He's a West Coast fella. This is the kitchen, which is a little bit smaller than our current kitchen, but I think we can make do. I'm happy about a gas stove anyways. And that blue room there is the master bedroom. And you can see, obviously, there's going to be a lot of windows, peaked ceilings to give it that West Coast feel. And all these dark brown beams that you say inside and out are actually from the old Brentwood Bay docks when the cottage was built in the 1960s. Hot tub on the deck, and this is the east-facing deck, so it's much more private. You can't see the ocean unless you're standing on the corner from there. There's a little shot of the driveway going up the hill, and as you can see, it has one of those wild West Coast gardens. I'm actually standing in the living room here shooting this, and you'll see that I'll pull back the shot, and you can see that we can see the ocean directly from our living room, and that's the west-facing deck that we're standing on with stairs that go down into a small backyard. That's the guest house or the studio that you're looking at there, and in the back there's a second pond. Also has a few smaller koi in it, but it's nice to have that sound of flowing water everywhere you go. I'm in the property, and it feels so nice and natural, very West Coast, and we're excited about that. This is the carport, which is actually underneath that east-facing deck that had the hot tub on it. It's quite large. Maybe one day we'll look at enclosing that into a regular garage. Now we come downstairs, and this is a guest bedroom. Not much to say about the guest bedroom. You know, it's a good size, and it outlooks into the backyard. And this area has all been redone. There's a bathroom right there where that light was coming from. And then this would be a main living room if we choose to make it a suite. And this would be the kitchen. Although at this time we're probably not going to suite it. We're just going to use it as extra space for us to live in. And this is the bedroom down there. Out that window you can actually see the ocean. They've cleared out the bushes in the corner there, so you can actually see down to Brentwood Bay, which is kind of a nice touch. These stairs come from the top of the driveway, and they bring you down either to the back door in the carport, or where I'm standing, which is the guest house front door. So that's that pond you saw with the frog, and there's the northeast corner of the building. More shots of the garden. The property is actually 1/4 of an acre, but it certainly doesn't feel like that when you probably only have about 100 square feet of grass to cut, but that's because it's covered in so much wild garden. And that's the studio, which we'll see a shot of inside. So it's a little cottage. They use it for guests quite frequently. It's 425 square feet. And we plan on putting in a Murphy bed in there. And it used to have a shower, so we're going to reinstall that so that the bathroom is a full bathroom. So when we have guests, they have their own little cottage to stay in. So just across from that toilet is where the shower used to be and where we'll put it back. And this is just a little tool shed that's out back for storing extra stuff. And one last shot of the view. So we look forward to having you all come over and visit and stay with us.